Kalau ko, ulo na katawa lang mo porta ko lang abi ko vida na tingin. Ni meron ng imbita na ko nung wait. Dili kay guna ta ka. Nangun scrub. Guri nga bang ko bi kimi ka sa smile. Kabi ko ya. Bula mati.
Bula mati?
Yo, kung magandang doon kami Australia. GD mati.
Ko. Siya ni GD mati. It's good day, mate.
Okay, siya. Sa siguro. Rita, kayo ko lang Leonard po.
Siya nga sing to na Leonard ba na rugby league?
Yo. Baka ba nang unchi?
Iyo mati, araw nang unchi.
Ha?
Ata mo mati.
One thing players can always agree on is to have a nice cup of tea and a bucket load of FMF Breakfast Crackers. FMF Breakfast Crackers. Masa achi, achi da.
I'm looking forward to some family time. I'm cooking up a bit of surprise, making memories that last a lifetime. Come on everybody, let's sing this song. Ooh, there's a feeling in the air. Yeah, everybody let's share. Ooh, let's come together and celebrate. Have fun with family.
FMF friend Mula ni mataka neviti Moyango mula marau Lena beisinga Nabakandi nike mo ninga unango Pakandina nina takisai hikonga Seni churi ruang dua mea dobanga Eviti FMF friend
FMF friend, a promise of quality.
Mula ni mataka neviti
Sprinkle to your satisfaction. Kneaded with passion. Dusted to perfection. By FMF, a promise of quality. In association with Crest Eggs, Crest is best, Edmonds Baking Powder, and supported by Malia.
Bulavanaka and welcome to My Perfect Bake right here on My TV. I'm your host, Jacquee Speight. The recipes we showcase this season are for everyone, easy to follow and affordable to make. We're also giving 2 viewers a chance to win weekly fantastic hampers, thanks to FMF Foods Limited, Malia Clothing and some of my favorite small businesses. A lot happening on My Perfect Bake, so stay close. Joining me in the kitchen today is university student turned baker Ilisoni Raikuna. Ilisoni, welcome.
Hi Jackie, thank you for having me.
Man, thank you so much for being here. I truly am grateful. How have you been?
I've been going good.
Very good. So, tell the viewers a bit about yourself and your business.
So my name is Ilisoni Raikuna. I'm 24 years old and I'm a student at the University of the South Pacific.
What are you studying?
I'm studying bio and chem.
How did you go from university students studying pure science to baking?
This started more of as a hobby.
Yeah.
But then it's sort of developed into like a full-on business.
Right.
And you know, lucky for me, we had a market for cookies.
Man, I love this. You know, I absolutely do. Stay close because we're going to get into it. Today we're making Ilisoni's take on coffee finger cookies. You know, I never had coffee fingers as a child, but I do remember this sandwich shop. It was in the arcade along Victoria Parade, and they used to sell the best melting moments in Suva. And now that I'm older, I've got to say that your coffee fingers are definitely a favorite. So Ilisoni, where did you get the recipe from?
The recipe came from this book that my father had bought my mother on their wedding day, I think it was.
Really?
Yeah, that book is so old.
As all recipe books are in our homes.
So everything's faded off, so I can't really see most of what was written.
Right.
But I was able to gauge how much ingredients was used.
You know, it's funny because I mentioned this on a previous episode about recipes. One thing I grew up with was my mom just had recipes for everything. And I don't think that's a norm now where people have their recipe books like before. Like, I remember my aunties, my mothers, my mom, they would be cutting out recipes from magazines here and there. So it's interesting to note that you got the recipe from a recipe book that your dad gifted your mom. Oh, that's really special, you know. Did you know that the first cookies are thought to be test cakes? So these test cakes, the bakers used to test the oven temperature, and they date back as early as 7th century AD in Persia, which is now Iran. They were one of the first countries to grow and harvest sugarcane. Super interesting fact about cookies. In case you didn't know, now you know. So Ilisoni, tell us what ingredients are needed for your coffee finger cookies.
Okay, so to make the cookie dough first, we need 250 grams of butter. Please don't use margarine. Margarine will ruin the biscuit.
Oh, really? So it has to be butter?
It has to be butter.
Okay.
Butter gives it that rich taste.
Oh, see, that's why I like it.
You need a half a cup of icing sugar. You can decrease the sugar if you want. Half a teaspoon of vanilla essence and 2 cups plain flour.
Right.
Oh, and a quarter teaspoon of baking powder.
Okay. And that's it?
And that's it. That's to make the dough.
Well, now he's told us all the ingredients. Let's take a quick break. And when we get back, we're baking up some cookies.
Sprinkle to your satisfaction. Kneaded with passion. Dusted to perfection. By FMF, a promise of quality. In association with Crest Eggs, Crest is best, Edmonds Baking Powder, and supported by Malia.
Kalau ko lebih nak tahu lang mubarta ko lang abi ko vida na tingin ni meron kay imbita na ko nungko. Dili kay guna taga nangun scrub. Guri tengah bongko bi kimi ka sa smile. Kabi ko ya. Bula mati.
Bula mati?
Yo, ko pa kamdar do kami Australia. GD mati.
Ko. Siya ni GD mati. It's good day, mate.
Okay, shit. Sa set guri. Rita, kabi ko ta kan Leonard.
Siya nga singto na Leonard na rugby league.
Yo. Baka man nangulchi.
Iya mati araw na uchi. Ha? Ata mo mati.
One thing players can always agree on is to have a nice cup of tea and a bucket load of FMF Breakfast Crackers. FMF Breakfast Crackers. Masa aci, aci da.
I'm cooking up a bit of surprise, making memories that last a lifetime. Come on everybody, let's sing this song.
Chow chicken noodles, yay! Chow chicken noodles when you hungry yaar. Fire chow, chow chicken noodles, fire chow. Hungry yaar, so delicious, so tasty, ay ay ay. Chow chicken noodles, hungry yaar. Fire chow, very tasty, so delicious, yummy yummy, hungry yaar. Chow chicken noodles, hungry yaar. Chow chicken noodles, hungry yaar. Fire chow.
I'm looking forward to some family time. I'm cooking up a bit of surprise, making memories that last a lifetime. Come on everybody, let's sing this song. Ooh, there's a feeling in the air. Yeah, everybody let's share. Ooh, let's come together and celebrate. Have fun with family.
You'll need all your energy when you go back to play rugby. So I'm making you lots and lots of breakfast crackers. Don't tell the other players your secret to a great game or how good FMF breakfast crackers taste. I only want you to eat the best, Joelle. And so you'll always play well or pack to your suitcase to take overseas. It's rude to talk with your mouth full.
FMF brand. You are guaranteed the very best quality every time.
Sprinkle to your satisfaction. Kneaded with passion. Dusted to perfection. By FMF, a promise of quality. In association with Crest Eggs, Crest is best, Edmonds Baking Powder, and supported by Malia.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, we have Ilisoni joining me in the kitchen to make his take on the classic coffee finger cookies. Ilisoni, shall we begin?
Let's begin.
What's the first thing to do?
So first thing you want to do is you throw in your butter.
Okay. Not melted butter.
Not melted butter. It has to be at room temperature.
So just nice and soft, but not too soft.
Not too soft.
All right then.
It's not. It's going to change the consistency of the dough.
Okay.
And so you add in your icing sugar.
Last question. It has to be salted butter, or can it be unsalted butter?
It can be unsalted butter.
Oh, okay then.
Okay. Then we're going to sieve in icing sugar. It's half cup.
Okay.
So
smooth consistency, yeah?
You're right.
Oh, it looks like it's snowing, honestly. So tell me, how did you guys come up with Cookies and Cream for your business name, as your business name?
There's no like big story behind it. We were just running names through Google, like just to see that the names are not named after any other business.
Right.
And most of the names we kept coming up with all had businesses here in Fiji, and sometimes it was business overseas.
Okay.
And since we had to register the business, we had to be original.
Of course, yes, of course. It's I always find it interesting asking different small businesses how they came up with their names, because there's some pretty unique names, and Cookies and Cream is just a standout, honestly. Like, this is a place to get cookies from. It's all in the name.
Thank you.
So what's next?
And then we're gonna add half teaspoon vanilla essence.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to beat this.
Right. Let me take that from you over here, and you can go ahead and beat.
Beat it at low speed first, so that the icing sugar doesn't fly out.
Come on here.
All right. You're gonna beat it until it's light and fluffy.
This is something I have to learn. Light and fluffy.
Light and fluffy.
Not overbeat it.
Please don't.
I know, thank goodness you're telling me light and fluffy, because now I'm going to watch what light and fluffy means.
Okay, we just scrape down the bowl.
Okay, spatula.
Right.
So how long have you guys been in business?
We've been in business since 2020.
So
Yes,
before
like 2 years
lockdown,
now.
or during the lockdown?
It came at the same time as the lockdown, unfortunately.
And how did you decide, okay, I want to do baking, like this is something I have to do? Like, is it something you'd always thought of, or is it just something you kind of fell into, or it just became, because you study full-time, right? You're a science student.
Right.
So how did this all come up? Or did you just need pocket money?
To be honest, like a bit of both. I needed pocket money.
Right.
But it also like fell into it.
Yes.
I'd started making this first like as we always have these family gatherings every Sunday.
Right.
Not every Sunday, like once every month.
Yeah.
And one Sunday we decided to take cookies.
Yeah.
So when I made it, and then the family was eating it and they really loved it.
Yes.
So they told me, they're like, okay, maybe we can book you a stall at I think it was Micro Market.
Right.
At the Sports Council.
Yeah.
And then you can try and sell your cookies there. So okay, that's a good way to make money.
Yeah.
And then I went to the Micro Market, made a few sales. It was really good.
Wow.
And then after a while, then people just started calling and ordering cookies.
Yeah.
And so I just decided to make a business.
That is awesome. See what a leap of faith can do?
So just keep continuing beating.
Okay. And now that Ilisoni has shown us just how long we have to be mixing the sugar, well, how important it is that we mix the sugar and the butter to get the right consistency. It's so important. See, I didn't know that, but now I've learned something new. Anyways, I had to step out because I forgot my apron, and we all know it's so important to wear aprons in the kitchen. When you're cooking, when you're baking, wear the apron. So Ilisoni, apron check. What's next?
So next we're gonna sieve in 2 cups of flour.
Okay.
Just throw that over.
Plain flour?
Plain flour.
Not self-raising flour, just normal
No,
flour.
just normal flour.
Okay then.
You can use all-purpose flour if you want to. And oops. And then you'll add a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder.
Okay. So tell me, what's the most popular thing that your customers order?
Aside from this,
Yeah.
the number one, the other one that I would say is number one is called the oatmeal and raisin.
Oh really? I haven't tried that, and now we know why, because I've been too focused on the coffee fingers. See how the oatmeal and raisin sounds healthier? Still though, coffee fingers is the good way to go.
Yeah.
So that's the most popular.
That's the most popular.
What's the most requested amongst your family members?
The coffee fingers, the one that we're making today.
Here we go.
Here we go. So you're just gonna beat this on low speed
Okay.
until it's combined,
Right.
and then you can increase the speed.
Okay. Is it possible if people don't have a mixer at home that they can just use the spatula or a spoon to mix it all in?
Yes.
Okay.
You can. You have to fold it in though.
Okay then.
All right. Okay. Let's mix.
Oh, that looks so good. Ah. Okay, what's next?
So we're just gonna scrape down the bowl,
Right.
just to make sure that the flour, add in the rest of the flour that's on the sides.
Okay then. Tell
But
me
you-
something. Are you self-taught, or did you watch videos, or did you just get most of your recipes from like recipe books?
I think
Or who taught you? You can tell me. Well, us.
No, I am self-taught.
Right.
Most of the recipes that we have,
Yeah.
I've gotten it from books. There are a few that I've taken off the internet, but majority of it is from books. And I had to learn through the trial and error
stage.
process.
Yeah.
Everything was coming out black and
Man, that's
Just
so,
burning
that's,
it.
see how cool this is to all the young men out there. He's self-taught. If you want to bake, please bake. We love guys who bake.
So let's just beat that one more time.
Right?
And there you go. So Jackie, we've got our dough now that we need to
Right.
pipe.
Yep.
I'm gonna be fitting it into the piping bag.
Okay, I can't wait to see this because I have no idea how to do this.
All right. In the meantime, can you just grease the
No
tray?
problem, I will do that. So, when you first started piping, did you know exactly what you were doing, or did you also like
Oh no.
had some challenges there?
100% I didn't know what I was doing. The cookies that I started with all look like rocks.
Really? I can imagine. I've never baked cookies. This is the first time I'm baking cookies.
First
This
time
is
for
exciting.
everything.
Yeah, exactly. My baking only goes as far as, if it's something out of a pack. The last time I ever baked anything from scratch, my mom was here because my mom is for me, the queen of baking in our house. I bet it's the same for you too with your mom.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah? How is she with you? Does she like check in and maybe you should do it this way?
My biggest critic.
Oh, really? Oh, and they don't hold back, eh?
Nope.
Our mothers never hold back.
Yeah, no filter.
Yeah, exactly. My mother's the same. With anything.
She will let me know when something's wrong.
So, how much do you fill in there? Do you put it all, or do you just put
no.
a certain amount?
Just a little bit. You don't want to fill it all because the plastic will then tear.
Yeah.
So you just put like this much is enough for the first round of piping.
Okay.
Just put it in.
Oh, you make it look so easy, and yet when I do it, it's just doesn't come like that.
Okay. And now we're ready to pipe.
All right. Let me just brush here and there, very, delicately, not to tear anything. Here we go. All yours.
All right. So, in a batch, when I do it, usually comes up to 20.
Okay.
But depending on how long you want it to be,
Yes.
It can vary.
Okay.
from there.
All right.
So, let's put this aside. Press down. and
Oh,
then
that
just
looks
pull.
so good. And it's up to you how long you want it to be?
It's up to you how long you want to be.
Okay. The length of it, huh?
Right.
Each cookie. Right.
You want to give like 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter spacing.
Okay.
Because the cookie will spread.
Yes, of
Not too
course.
much, but it will spread a bit.
All right then.
So just make sure you have some space for them to be.
Okay.
Right.
It already looks like it's just cooked and I could just pick it up and eat it and have it with tea.
There's a piping tip here. If the dough is hard for you to push out,
Yes.
you can add like a tablespoon of butter.
Okay.
Soft butter to your dough.
Soft butter or melted butter?
Soft butter.
All right. Nothing. No melted butter at all in this recipe.
No melted butter.
Okay.
You just mix it through and it should make it easier for you to pipe.
Okay then.
Right? And
Man, Ilisoni, it looks so good. I was just telling him earlier that there is no way, if I had to do this myself, piping, I can't do it. This looks amazing. So now this is ready to go in the oven.
yes.
How long do we put in the oven for?
Can sit for 15 minutes.
Only 15 minutes?
Only 15 minutes, but you have to keep turning the trays every like 5 minutes.
So you really need to keep a close watch on
Keep a
them.
close
huh?
eye.
Like delicate. It's a
Right.
delicate recipe. Treat with care.
Treat with care.
All right, so let's get this in the oven. How you preheat it to...
Preheat your oven to 180 degrees.
All right then.
Right.
Great, let's get it.
Sprinkle to your satisfaction. Kneaded with passion. Dusted to perfection. By FMF, a promise of quality. In association with Crest Eggs, Crest is best, Edmonds Baking Powder, and supported by Malia.
Kalau udah nakatawa lang mo porta ko lang abi ko vida na tingin ni meron kay imbita na ko nungko eh. Dili kay guna taga nangon scrub. Guri nga bangko bi kimi ka sa smile. Gabi ko ya. Bula mati.
Bula mati?
Yo, ko pa kami darando kami Australia. GD mati.
Ko, siya ni GD mati. It's good day, mate.
Okay, siya sa guri. Rita, kayo gura ka man Leonard.
Siya nga singto na Leonard ba na rugby league?
Yo. Baka man nangon si.
Iyo mati, araw na mati. Ha? Ata mo mati.
One thing players can always agree on is to have a nice cup of tea and a bucket load of FMF Breakfast Crackers. FMF Breakfast Crackers. Masa achi, achi da.
I'm looking forward to some family time. I'm cooking up a bit of surprise, making memories that last a lifetime. Come on, everybody, let's sing this song. Ooh, there's a feeling in the air. Yeah, everybody, let's share. Ooh, let's come together and celebrate. Have fun with family.
FMF friend Mula ni mataka ni viti Moyango mula marau Lena beisinga Nabakandi nike mo ninga unango Pakandina nina takisai hikonga Seni churi ruan dua mea dhobanga Eviti FMF friend
FMF friend, a promise of quality.
Mula ni mataka ni viti
Sprinkle to your satisfaction. Kneaded with passion. Dusted to perfection. By FMF, a promise of quality. In association with Crest Eggs, Crest is best, Edmonds Baking Powder, and supported by Malia.
Welcome back. We're in the kitchen with Ilisoni from Cookies and Cream Fiji, and he's been showing us just how easy it is to make coffee finger cookies, which are my absolutely favorite cookies from Cookies and Cream Fiji. So we've just got our coffee fingers out of the oven right now, and we need them to cool off for about what, 5 minutes?
About 5 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, because they've been in the oven for 15 minutes at 180 degrees. So now we need to cool them off 5 minutes before we can start icing them and then making them into nice little sandwiches. So what's the next thing that we're working on, Ilisoni?
Okay, so while we're waiting for it to cool, we're gonna prepare the icing for the cookies.
Okay then.
This is the coffee part of coffee fingers.
Okay. So without this, it's just what? Fingers on its own? Okay then. What's the first step?
So first you're gonna take 1 teaspoon of instant coffee.
Any coffee?
I usually use Nestle.
Okay.
Then you just add 1.5 teaspoon lukewarm water.
Okay.
So you just need to dilute it.
Okay.
Can you just mix that?
Right. So tell me something, how do you guys brand yourselves? Like, how do you brand the business? Do you word of mouth, or is it on social media?
It's on social media. So it's on word of mouth too. But we like to push the fact that these are homemade products.
Yes.
It's not like something you pull from a 5-star restaurant, or
of course,
not something you get off the rack in the supermarket.
Yeah.
This is like homemade stuff, so it's made with love.
See, it's made with love. It comes from the kitchen of love. Okay, next.
Okay, so we're gonna beat first 45 grams of butter.
Okay, soft butter.
Soft butter. Beat it until it's light and creamy.
Is it on? Not even on. Yeah. Looks like a work of art.
Picasso.
Honestly. So that's it, it's ready now.
It's ready now.
Okay.
Now we're gonna add the coffee to the butter mix.
Right.
Then we're gonna beat this some more, just to combine the two.
Okay then. Is that it ready now?
Yes.
Oh, that looks so good. Honestly. Love the color. And what do you add in after this?
This is the final ingredient, icing sugar.
Okay.
So you sieve 1 cup into the mix.
Okay. Very important, icing sugar. Not brown sugar, icing sugar.
You can decrease the sugar too if you want.
Okay. But you find that this works well with this recipe?
Yes.
All right. Not too sweet?
Not too sweet.
So, with your cookies and cream business, is it, would you say it's just you who runs it, as in you do social media, you bake, you liaise with the customers, or is it like all hands on deck? It's a family business.
It's a family business, I would say, at this point.
Oh, okay. So what's everyone's role here?
So my mother and I, we're the bakers, we're the ones in the kitchen.
Right.
All the time. My older brother, he's in charge of the deliveries.
Okay.
He does the deliveries, sometimes he does the shopping for us if we need.
Right.
And then my uncle is the one that runs the social media.
The social media side of it.
Yes.
So do you guys have family meetings where you discuss this is what we're going to do, or?
Yep. Every Sunday afternoon.
You see? Family that bakes together, people, goes a long way. Exactly. Stays together, goes a long way.
Okay,
and so now mix it all up.
Now we just mix it in.
So do you just continue mixing until it reaches a consistency that you're after before we cream it, or?
Yes, but if you don't reach consistency, you can add a teaspoon of milk.
Okay.
Teaspoon of milk helps it come together, gives it that creamy.
Yeah? Okay, let me check the milk. Now Ili is done with the cream, and as you can see, the texture just looks so smooth. It's just, oh, I can't wait. Anyways, Ili, what is the next step? Do we cream the cookies now?
Yes, now that it's cool,
Yeah.
we can start creaming the cookies.
Okay, well, I'll let you do the first one, and then I'll pop in because I actually want to help out with this, so.
Okay, sure. So you just take 1/2 of the cookie.
Right.
And then you're just gonna spread a bit of the cream.
Basically like buttering crackers.
Yeah, it's like,
okay. I get
There's
it.
no special process to it.
Yeah, so I thought there was. All right then.
Up to you how much cream you want to put.
Oh, okay. That works.
And then you just sandwich it.
Oh, that looks so good.
It's ready.
Right. Let's get down to it. So we finally just finished icing the cookies, and just look at them. They're just absolutely beautiful to look at. Ilisoni, how long do we have to let this sit for now?
Just let it sit for about 3 to 5 minutes.
And why are we doing that?
Just want the flavors like to settle in a bit, and the
Okay,
icing just to harden a bit.
All right, well, we'll be back in 5 minutes. And after 5 minutes, we finally get to try these babies. 5 minutes are finally up, and now the moment I've been waiting for, and I'm sure you have too, we get to finally try our coffee finger cookies.
All right.
After you.
I'll take this one.
Oh, really? Okay, I'll go
Cheers.
with this. You know what? Cheers. Can I show you what I mean? It's like a perfect crunch. That texture. If you love shortbread cookies, this is the one for you. This is so, so good. Man, thank you
This is really
so
good.
much.
you.
Honestly, I can't thank you enough for coming on the show.
Come on, thank you for having me.
So easy to do, easy to follow for anyone. Anyone can make this, and now I know how to make it. Because I've always been ordering from him, and now I know how to make it. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Ilisoni, honestly. Glad you could join us for our 4th episode on the My Perfect Bake Show. I look forward to your company in our future episodes. Now, for a copy of the recipe, be sure to check out the comment box of this episode on the My TV Facebook and YouTube pages. And to contact Ilisoni for this and other delicious desserts, find him on Facebook and Instagram at Cookies and Cream Fiji. As mentioned, we're giving 2 viewers the chance to win a hamper each thanks to FMF Foods Limited, Malia Clothing and some of my favorite small businesses. So be sure to head over to the FMF Foods Limited Instagram page for all the details. We've thoroughly enjoyed your company. I'll see you again soon. Stay sweet.
You're a star, yes you are. Keep pushing through. FMF is there for you. We can make it true. Lead the way, create a path, follow through and just have a blast. You're a star, yes you are. Keep pushing through. FMF, a promise of quality.
Sprinkle to your satisfaction. Kneaded with passion. Dusted to perfection. By FMF, a promise of quality. In association with Crest Eggs, Crest is Best, Edmonds Baking Powder, and supported by Malia.